In the cold expanse of space, where the stars flicker like distant memories and the void stretches endlessly, there lies a derelict vessel adrift in the darkness. Its hull creaks with the weight of centuries, and its corridors echo with the whispers of the dead. This is where our tale begins, a story of darkness and despair, of lost souls and unspeakable horrors lurking in the shadows. Welcome to the abandoned vessel.
Chapter 1. The Descent into Darkness. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, where the stars flicker like distant memories and the void stretches endlessly, the astral voyager hurtled through the darkness like a lone beacon of hope. On board, the Starlight Seekers, Titan Steel, Lysandra, Jax and Kyle, embarked on a journey fraught with peril, their destination an abandoned vessel adrift in the cold depths of space. As they approached the derelict spacecraft, a sense of foreboding settled over the crew like a heavy fog. The ship loomed before them, its once gleaming hull now tarnished and scarred, its corridors shrouded in darkness and silence. Stepping aboard, the Starlight Seekers were greeted by an eerie stillness, broken only by the sound of their own footsteps echoing through the empty halls. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and a sense of unease hung in the air like a tangible presence. As they explored the vessel, they discovered signs of a struggle. Bloodstains splattered across the walls, broken machinery strewn about like discarded toys, and the remnants of long-forgotten battles littering the floors. It was clear that whatever had once inhabited this ship had met a grisly fate. But their investigation was cut short when a deafening roar echoed through the corridors, sending shivers down the spines of the intrepid explorers. With weapons drawn and hearts pounding, they raced to the source of the sound, their minds racing with thoughts of what horrors awaited them. The corridors seemed to twist and turn endlessly, leading the Starlight Seekers deeper into the bowels of the abandoned vessel. Shadows danced at the edges of their vision, and strange whispers echoed through the darkness, their words twisted and unintelligible. As they pressed forward, the air grew colder, and a sense of dread settled over the crew like a suffocating blanket. With each step, the darkness seemed to grow thicker, pressing in on them from all sides like the weight of the cosmos itself. Chapter 2. Confrontation with the Monstrosity. As the Starlight Seekers delved deeper into the bowels of the abandoned vessel, the air grew thick with tension, each step echoing through the oppressive silence like a thunderclap in the void of space. Shadows danced at the edges of their vision, and the faint scent of decay lingered in the air, a grim reminder of the horrors that awaited them. With weapons drawn and senses heightened, the crew pressed forward, their nerves on edge as they navigated the labyrinthine corridors of the derelict ship. Every shadow seemed to conceal a lurking menace, every corner held the promise of untold horrors waiting to pounce. Suddenly, a deafening roar reverberated through the ship, sending shockwaves of fear coursing through the Starlight Seekers. With hearts pounding and adrenaline coursing through their veins, they raced toward the source of the sound, their minds racing with thoughts of what monstrous creature awaited them. As they rounded a corner, they came face to face with the source of their terror. A grotesque monstrosity, its form twisted and contorted, its eyes burning with an otherworldly malevolence. Its jagged claws scraped against the metal walls of the ship, leaving deep gouges in their wake, and its guttural growls filled the air with a sense of dread. With a roar of defiance, Titan Steel charged forward, his sword held aloft as he prepared to strike. Lysandra followed close behind, her hands crackling with arcane energy as she unleashed blasts of psychic force upon their foe. Jax and Kale fought side by side, their weapons flashing in the dim light as they fended off the relentless onslaught. But as they battled the creature, they soon realized that it was not alone. From the shadows emerged a horde of twisted abominations, their forms writhing and shifting as if born from the nightmares of the cosmos itself. With each passing moment, the situation grew more dire, and the Starlight Seekers knew that they were facing a foe unlike any they had ever encountered. With their backs against the wall, the crew fought with all their might, their weapons flashing in the darkness as they clashed with the unholy horde. But despite their bravery and determination, the creatures seemed to be endless in number, their relentless onslaught pushing the Starlight Seekers to the brink of exhaustion. As the battle raged on, the air crackled with energy, and the ship trembled beneath their feet. With every strike, every blast of psychic energy, the Starlight Seekers unleashed their fury upon their foes, determined to overcome the darkness that threatened to consume them. But just as victory seemed within their grasp, tragedy struck. In the chaos of battle, Lysandra was taken by the creatures, dragged kicking and screaming into the depths of the ship. With a cry of anguish, Titan Steel and the rest of the crew raced to her aid, determined to rescue their comrade from the clutches of the abyss. And so, with fear in their hearts and steel in their souls, the Starlight Seekers ventured deeper into the bowels of the abandoned vessel, their courage unyielding, their determination unwavering, as they fought to rescue their friend from the darkness that threatened to consume her. Chapter 3. Into the Abyss. With Lysandra taken by the monstrous creatures, the Starlight Seekers found themselves plunged into a maelstrom of despair and desperation. Their hearts heavy with grief and their minds clouded with fear, they knew that they could not leave their friend to face the horrors of the abandoned vessel alone. With grim determination, Titan Steel and the rest of the crew pressed forward, their footsteps echoing through the darkened corridors like the tolling of a funeral bell. The air grew colder with each passing moment, and a sense of dread settled over them like a suffocating shroud. As they ventured deeper into the bowels of the ship, the darkness seemed to grow thicker, pressing in on them from all sides like a weight upon their souls. Shadows danced at the edges of their vision, and strange whispers echoed through the silence, their words twisted and unintelligible. The corridors twisted and turned endlessly, leading the Starlight Seekers deeper into the heart of the abandoned vessel. Every step brought them closer to their goal, but also closer to the true horrors that lurked within the shadows. Suddenly, they came upon a chamber bathed in an eerie blue light, its walls adorned with strange glyphs and symbols that seemed to writhe and twist before their eyes. In the center of the chamber stood a pulsating mass of darkness, its form shifting and undulating like a living shadow. With a sense of dread gnawing at their hearts, the Starlight Seekers approached the creature, their weapons at the ready. But before they could strike, the darkness coalesced into a figure, a twisted, nightmarish version of Lysandra, her eyes empty and devoid of emotion. With a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the void, the creature spoke, its words dripping with malice and hatred. "Welcome, Starlight Seekers," it hissed, its voice sending shivers down their spines. "You have come far, but your journey ends here." With a roar of defiance, Titan Steel charged forward, his sword held aloft as he prepared to strike. But before he could land a blow, the creature unleashed a wave of darkness that sent him crashing to the ground, his strength drained by its unholy power. With their leader incapacitated, the rest of the crew sprang into action, unleashing a barrage of attacks upon the creature. But no matter how hard they fought, the darkness seemed to consume their every blow, rendering their efforts futile. As the battle raged on, the air crackled with energy, and the ship trembled beneath their feet. With every strike, every blast of psychic energy, the Starlight Seekers unleashed their fury upon their foe, determined to overcome the darkness that threatened to consume them. But just as it seemed that all hope was lost, a blinding light erupted from the darkness, engulfing the creature in a brilliant flash of energy. With a deafening roar, the darkness recoiled, its form dissipating like smoke in the wind. With their foe vanquished and their friend rescued, the Starlight Seekers breathed a sigh of relief, their hearts filled with gratitude and their spirits uplifted by their triumph over the darkness. And as they made their way back to the astral Voyager, they knew that their journey was far from over, but that together they could face whatever terrors awaited them in the depths of space.
In the aftermath of their harrowing ordeal, the Starlight Seekers stood amidst the ruins of the abandoned vessel, their bodies battered and their spirits weary from the battle. The air was heavy with the scent of blood and decay, and a pall of darkness hung over them like a shroud. As they gathered their fallen comrade Lysandra into their arms, they felt a sense of sorrow wash over them like a tidal wave. Though they had emerged victorious, the cost of their victory weighed heavily upon their hearts, and the memory of their fallen comrades haunted them like ghosts in the night. With heavy hearts and weary souls, they made their way back to the astral Voyager, their steps slow and measured, their minds filled with the echoes of the horrors they had faced. And as they boarded the ship and set course for home, they knew that they would carry the scars of their ordeal with them for the rest of their days. But amidst the darkness there was a glimmer of hope, a spark of light that refused to be extinguished. For though they had faced the darkness and emerged battered and bruised, they had also proven that the light of courage and camaraderie could shine even in the darkest of times. And so, as the astral Voyager vanished into the depths of space, its crew ready to face whatever terrors awaited them on their next adventure, one thing remained certain. The Starlight Seekers would continue to journey into the unknown, their resolve unyielding, their spirits unbroken, and their bond as a crew stronger than ever before.
If you enjoyed our extended audio storytelling, please give us a like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get more of Dr. Mortis Cadaver's collections. Your support helps us continue to bring you the most chilling and thrilling tales from the depths of Dr. Mortis Cadaver's vault. Thank you for listening, and remember, the darkness is always waiting,